Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will adopt the protocols already established for this afternoon's proceedings, but would still like to acknowledge Your Excellency, the Marcella Liber, GCMG JP, Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and Chairman of the Conference of Heads of Government, other Heads of Government of CARICOM, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We gather again in this beautiful Twin Island nation for the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. St. Kitts and Nevis hosted two major CARICOM meetings last year, when foreign ministers met in May for the 28th regular meeting of the Council for Foreign and Community Relations, and the 19th Caribbean Week of Agriculture, which was held in October. Then, the smallest sovereign state among us is punching above its weight, and no effort has been spared to ensure excellent arrangements for our meeting. On behalf of the community, I thank our host, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister, and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis for their gracious hospitality to our delegations. Since assuming the chairmanship of CARICOM on January 1 this year, Prime Minister Drew has set the tone for a very active and productive tenure. His chairmanship started with emergency meetings of the community on the very first weekend of the year, and his in-person visits with heads of government in the region have clearly indicated his capacity for action and desire for unity and results. Chair, I am confident that under your guidance and with the support of your colleague heads of government, the Secretariat, and our regional institutions, the interests of our region will see accelerated advancement under your leadership. I was especially pleased to be welcomed with such clarity and passion by Akwanje Robinson and Siobhan Phipps Harding, two examples of the excellent cadre of young people who serve our region as youth ambassadors. I look forward to seeing even more of our young people's creative talent as the evening progresses. Excellencies, distinguished guests, without question, 2025 was one of the most challenging years in the history of our regional integration movement. Extreme weather events, geopolitical tensions, challenges to multilateralism and the rules-based system, and economic pressures tested our region and threatened hard-won development gains. We will not ever forget Hurricane Melissa, the destructive Category 5 system, which hit Haiti, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and other countries in the region, and left death and catastrophic destruction in its wake in Jamaica. Despite the challenges of response and recovery in the aftermath of the hurricane, we were privileged to have the determination and decisive leadership of Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, during his tenure as CARICOM Chair up to the end of December 2025. Prime Minister Holness, we thank you for your commitment to CARICOM matters during that difficult time. Your government and people have CARICOM's continued support as restoration efforts continue. In the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, CARICOM demonstrated our characteristic resilience, the strength of our collective resolve, and the value of mutual support as our institutions, such as the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency and the Caribbean Public Health Agency, responded immediately with hands and with hearts to safeguard livelihoods and address humanitarian needs. Expert teams from member states mobilized technical personnel for rapid assessments, logistics coordination, and the movement of relief supplies. They helped to restore electrical lines, built houses, attended to the sick and injured, provided food and hygiene supplies, and supported fundraising efforts, tangible examples of compassion and unity. We acknowledge our partners in the region and beyond, whose overwhelming response helps our community to recover and build resilience as we experience with increasing frequency and severity extreme weather events. We also had occasion to be very proud of our long-standing record of solid democratic governance, as 7 CARICOM member states and 4 associate members held peaceful general elections during the year. Since our regular meeting in Jamaica last July, Her Excellency Dr. Jennifer Girling Siemens was inaugurated as the first female President of the Republic of Suriname following general elections in May 2025. His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali was re-elected as President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness was re-elected as Prime Minister of Jamaica. Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday was elected as the new Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Honorable Philip Pierre was re-elected as Prime Minister of St. Lucia. And Honorable Mia Amor Motley has returned as the Prime Minister of the Republic of Barbados. Warm congratulations to them all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, even as we celebrate our gains, CARICOM heads of government are acutely aware of the importance of this meeting against the background of the prevailing environment. The theme, structure, and agenda for these 3 days reflect that awareness. We have gathered as a family with considerable time carved out for frank and thorough discussions of and engagement on priority issues. To have all of our member states represented at the level of head of government despite the heavy demands at home is testament to their commitment to this region and to the value of working together in our common interests. Individual national priorities remain vital. However, our collective strength is what amplifies our voice, secures opportunities for growth, and mitigates risk. This has been the approach to our united advocacy on the situation in Haiti, which has helped to transform a regional concern into a global priority. And the decision of 4 of our member states, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, to work together as of the 1st of October 2025 and allow full free movement among themselves within the framework of the CARICOM single market and economy is a pioneering step that has paved the way for increased economic activity and people-to-people contacts. We must continue to act together where our interests align, which in fact is far more often than it is sometimes made to appear. At the same time, the shifting global order presents tangible opportunity as new markets emerge, strategic partnerships are recalibrated. CARICOM must engage extra-regionally with intention and with coherence by articulating our shared priorities in such areas as energy transition, digital infrastructure, building resilience to climate change and technology. We can attract investments and forge business opportunities that are aligned with our development objectives. A coordinated foreign policy reduces our vulnerability to the inevitable external shocks which no member state can effectively absorb alone. The high number of third states that have pledged their commitment to increase engagement with the community, many of which are represented here today, demonstrates that cooperation and credibility can be transformed into new opportunities for growth, resilience, and shared prosperity. In this vein, I am extremely pleased to welcome the new President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of Afrexim Bank, Dr. George Elombe. His presence here today indicates CARICOM's renewed efforts to actively foster South-South partnerships, including with the African Union. Successful second CARICOM Africa Summit was held last year, and we are committed to continuing to deepen our engagement in such areas as finance and development, advocacy for reparations, air connectivity, and cultural exchanges. I also welcome our additional special guests, His Excellency Adel bin Ahmed Al Jaber, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs and Climate Envoy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, who joins us following the successful inaugural CARICOM Saudi Arabia Summit held in 2023. Her Excellency Noura bin Mohammed Al Kawi, Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, United Arab Emirates, and the Honorable Shirley Botchway, Commonwealth Secretary General. We look forward to their engagements with heads of government. Esteemed ladies and gentlemen, the task before us is formidable but not insurmountable. Our regional integration movement has demonstrated tangible gains in human and social development, foreign policy coordination, security cooperation, and economic development, which have meaningfully improved the lives of the people we serve. As member states build on these achievements, the Secretariat remains firmly committed to maximizing the skills and experience of its staff members and other variable resources with which we have been entrusted. CARICOM citizens from every walk of life, in every corner of our community, are looking to us to fulfill the commitment we made as signatories to the Treaty of Chaguaramas. Akwanje, Sobian, and all the young people represented tonight embody the hope and promise of our region. They are the reminders that our solemn duty is to move, as the theme for this meeting urges, beyond words to action for a sustainable, thriving CARICOM. Distinguished guests, we are working towards ensuring that the defining outcome of this 50th regular meeting will be that it propels us decisively towards that goal. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.